Oleksandr Usyk from the Ukraine, 24 years old. Let's 11. He's ranked #1 in the world. Artur Berterbiev. Oleksandr's far from a slouch. He boxed in the 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing as well. He lost to Clemente Russo from Italy. Again in 2008 at the AIBA World Cup in Moscow, he placed second. 2009 later at the AIBA President's Cup right here in Baku, he placed first. He's a multi-time Ukrainian national champ. Bulgaria, who was #9 in the world yesterday, who retired in the 3rd round, beat Zarkin Kubau of Tajikistan, who retired in round 2. So these two boxers to handle themselves. Berterbiev from Russia in the red corner, Usyk from the Ukraine in the blue corner. Coming in with a bobbing and weaving style. Usyk keeping his distance. Most likely doesn't want to taste the power of Berterbiev, at least not too. And now you see Usyk doing a good job with his lateral movement, turning his man, while Berterbiev hunt him down. A left hook by Berterbiev sails over the head of Usyk, and Usyk continues to press forward here, halfway through, like he found something, perhaps a weakness he could exploit in Usyk. Berterbiev continues to push forward. Berterbiev keeping his hands a little too low. Like to see them a little higher. Stand his ground, like that. Throw jabs. Move forward, not backwards. Very hard to box while you're moving backwards. Never recommended. You could avoid punches by moving backwards. It's called retreating. But principle while moving backwards. You could counterpunch while moving backwards. He wants to start pressing forward, hold his ground. If he needs to, Berterbiev, push him off of him. Let him know he's not going. Designed to slug. They're designed to hit hard. A little more punishment. A rear left hand by Usyk, and it's also some nice movement. And now you see Usyk starting to exert his will. Berterbiev's not going anywhere with a 6-2 advantage because of boxing like that. Good movement. Look how he avoids the onslaught, the rush by Berterbiev. Not editorializing, not forming a, as they're almost there for round number 2. Left hand, nice to change it up to keep the boxer that you're facing guessing. Don't want to be predictable. And if you could pick up some style. And now Usyk going to start to let his hands go a little bit. He's boxing in the southpaw stance. He's boxing and turning, also very effective. A right hand by Berterbiev, though, scores on the buckled Usyk, and he senses it. Usyk a little shaken, and Berterbiev going in for the finish. He's going to try and end this one. Berterbiev, a big puncher, lots of experience. He knows how to finish a fight. It's taking his time with it, too. Notice he's not losing himself. He doesn't want to punch. And it looks like Usyk now coming on strong. Usyk's got a very impressive frame for a 91. Great attributes. A nice punch to the belly by Usyk. Another one and another. 3, 4, and another to the belly. Usyk found a spot, an opening. Through. And he's starting with his fist. And he will gradually make his ascent. Again, in boxing, the key is not to punch your opponent. The key is punching through a brick wall. You don't just want to hit the brick wall and have your hand break. You want to punch, and that's what Usyk looks like he's trying to do in this bout. And now he's got Usyk back on the ropes. And here comes Berterbiev. He's got Usyk. He throws a right hand, and Usyk is bobbing and weaving. Cessity, more out of survival instinct. It worked well for him. To a close. This will be an extremely important round, and it's 12-8 the Ukrainian. Round for the Russian, but just not good enough. He scored 4 more points than he had in the first round. However, the Ukrainian scored 6 as well. They both punched get over the mountain. And as much of what we saw in the last round, except now Berterbiev only has one more round. The ref keeping a close eye on the one punch is all it takes in this sport of boxing. Not only to change the tide of it, but to outright flatline it and stop it in its tracks. I'd like to see Berterbiev put the offense back on. Granted, he's up by 4. Go skate away. He could keep boxing. He seems well equipped to hold his own in there with. On the other hand, has no choice. He has to box. He's got no choice. He needs to score 4 points. Will he be able to do it? Or will young Oleksandr to do the impossible, or so it would have seemed? He beat the number 9 in the world yesterday. Now he's fighting the number 1 in the world in Artur Berterbiev at heavyweight. The most glorious. Can he unseat 2 top 10 ranked boxers on forward to the finals? If he could beat number 1, then mathematics would tell you that he could beat anyone else in this tournament in this weight class. However, styles make say that because he could beat Berterbiev, he could beat the others. Now, it looks like that was a clean punch that put Usyk down. Another look on the replay to see exactly what put him down. He doesn't look that he was caught off guard. He needs to be with 14 seconds left still. And Usyk Berterbiev falls underneath the chin of Usyk, and now with just 2 seconds left, this one's going to go to the scorecard. The 2011 AIBA World Boxing Championships, as Oleksandr Usyk of the Ukraine unseats number 1 in the world ranked Artur Russia. Take a look at the action from round number 3. Big left hand by Usyk on the right of Berterbiev, and that tells the entire story. Berterbiev may be a bully, but Usyk was a bigger bully in the favor of Oleksandr Usyk. Berterbiev looks a little forlorn. He looks a little disappointed. And the winner is Oleksandr.